What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome to the Toytally Cool channel. It's another Transformers Tuesday. Yeah, sad to say we're running out of boxes on our left side. That means we've opened up pretty much most of them, but don't worry, we still got hundreds more, and we're going to be opening each and every one. Well, hopefully not each and every one, because there are some that I would like to keep in the box. But in the meantime, we've got a few more of these. And I'm very excited because this is the first time we're going to do a two-parter. When I say a two-parter, it's not just, it's not a comparison. It's basically one box, two toys. So that's why it's a two-parter. That's why it's got a wider box. It's got a larger font. And it's got two robots in one box. This is, again, coming from the War for Cybertron Transformers Trilogy line, as it says on top of the box, right? And as usual, Autobot symbol, okay? Now, these two characters, these are Cordon and Autobot Spinout, okay? They're like twins. So they look like, probably in the same mold. To be honest with you, I think we're just being fleeced. No, I mean, we're asked to buy a release that is more expensive. Because it's got two toys, but actually it's the same mold with two different colors. So let's look at the bottom. It says WFC-GS20 20th release of the War for Cybertron Generation Select line. All right. So, not much about the box. Let's go for the kill. Okay, the bottom, as you can see, is already cut because I got this from somebody. Not from a store, so I had to check, make sure I got the right toys. All right. So, are you ready for the big reveal? Let's go. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Yup. Actually, these are not original molds. These are repaints of the original Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker was a toy that came out for the War for Cybertron Earthrise line, if I'm not mistaken, because his twin Sideswipe came out for the Siege line. So let's take him out. Let's take them out. Okay. Two of them. I don't know if they're twins. The character bio is not included in this particular box. As per usual, you have the manual, and I was surprised they didn't have two manuals because there were two robots. But you know, silly old me. It's just basically one robot, two different colors. All right. Okay. So are we going to do a review? Because, okay, here's the trick. It may be the same mold, but there may be certain little quirks. Like the joints may be different, the paint job may be different, there may be some quality control issue on one or the other, or both. So we'll do a review on both of them. So, I'm not sure who the red one is. I'm not sure who the... Okay, it's weird. Okay. Now, according to the manual, there are two distinct... there are two ways to distinguish each of them. One has the police lights on the roof and the smaller Autobot emblem, while the other one is just a plain old sports car, and it's got the bigger Autobot symbol. So I assume the red one is Cordon, and the white one is Spinout. Okay, because yeah, okay, now I know for sure. According to the manual, you can see Cordon is the guy with the bigger Autobot symbol and without the flashing lights, and Spinout on this side shows he's got the sirens and the flashing lights, the cop lights. All right, so there as you can see, these may be repaints, these may be just a recolor, but there's already a difference. So as per usual, take care not to nick yourself with these box cutters. Okay, I see that these have already been cut by the previous owner. Tried to, at least. Okay, there are two ties. One is across the leg and one is across the chest. So this one, we're cutting the leg one, and the chest is on the side. Okay. Okay. Careful, careful, careful. You gotta be careful, especially with white colored toys, because you can easily see the difference when you nick it. Okay, so you gotta be careful when you cut it, when you open it, because you're gonna see these scratches really easily. There we go, they're both out. They're both free from the shackles of the plastic tyrant. Okay, as per usual, we pull out the feet because it's easier that way. Why is it that when I try to open, why is it when I try to take out these toys, I look like Michael Jordan? Let's take the tongue out. Okay. Careful not to break him. Careful not to break him. Now the white is going to be interesting. Spinout is going to be interesting because we want to see if there has been any discoloration, any yellowing that has been seen and evident in the other white colored or light colored transformers. Okay, this one seems to just want to stay inside. Not for long. Not for long. Okay. Just right out, a lot of these take their molds and their transformation details coming from the Power of the Primes line, specifically from the Combiner Wars mold. Okay, that's one leg out, that's another leg out. There we go. Okay, set this aside. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so Cordon is also out. Okay. Okay, so there we go. There's two of them. So do we do them both at the same time, or do we do it one at a time? I think let's just do them both at the same time. Okay. Now, before we proceed and before we go into detail, just want to remind you that we're going to do a separate transformation video detailing and showing you how to transform them from this mode into the alternate mode, which is, I think, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I'm sorry, a Lamborghini, just like Sunstreaker. We also have a Sunstreaker of the same mode from the War for Cybertron Earthrise release, so watch out for that too. Okay, as per usual, we like to do a articulation review. Okay, for this one, okay. Hey, I see something wrong already. See that blue paint on the ear? There's one right there. There is one, doesn't show on the camera, but it's visible. It got nicked. Probably my fault, not a quality control issue. So you see the blue paint under it. Okay, so head, as per usual, can turn all the way around back to its original starting point. Shoulders, they don't come full 90 because they don't need to, not part of their transformation. They do move front and back. Okay, the legs forward and full backward. Okay, there we go. There's no such thing as, well, there is a knee joint. Okay, there's a knee joint. But there's also a very weird twist from the knee inward. And I think this is when you transform him from a robot into a vehicle. Okay, so there's also an elbow joint. Okay, kind of establishes that they have a humanoid form. And there's not much in terms of a foot joint or an ankle joint, because this is the hood of the car. Now on the back you see, oh, that looks like his engine. Not really, it's actually a weapon. Okay, so this is like a blaster of some sort, and it doesn't want to go in and stay in. I don't know why, or it's just too loose. Let's try the other hand. That works better. There we go, that's him. Okay, so he can just go like this and blast away. All right. Okay, boom. So the back is not as spacious, or it doesn't have these hollow spots. It doesn't have a lot of these cavernous places where the legs go, or where these particular joints go, or these connectors go. So it's a pretty good transformation mode, except for this one, the inner part of the leg. It's a hollow space. It's a hollow space, and I assume that's because the upper leg goes into this space. Okay. So I think the same goes for his brother and lookalike Cordon. Same, I think. Similarities, they have the black forearm. Okay, they both have the black forearm, as you can see. Black forearm. This one's red and blue. This one's got white and clear plastic, and the black. So the black is the only thing that they have common between the two of them, as well as these thingamajigs on the front of the leg or on the shin. And of course, they have the same type of weapon. Let's see if it also pops in. Easy. Okay. Nice. All right. Okay. I think we'll do a little bit more detail when we do the transformation guide. But in the meantime, let's do a review and let's do a critique of these figures based on the following criteria. Number one is first impression. First impression felt like a ripoff. Honestly, Hasbro, it felt like a ripoff, because I don't really know much about these two characters. I don't know if they're different. I don't know what their profile is, what their personalities are. It just felt like, okay, another Sunstreaker. They want to make money out of the Sunstreaker mold by making more of them. Okay. Pretty much like when they came out with Red Alert, when they came out with the other colorways of Sunstreaker and what do you call this guy? Sideswipe. Okay. Even on the Masterpiece line. But looking at them closely, I still felt ripped off. I think it's really just the way Hasbro puts it to you that you're a collector and you want to have all of them and see how different they are from each other. And then when you've already gotten the toy and you're like, okay, I have them, I don't need them, really. Okay, but that feeling wears off a little bit, especially when you are like me, a completist. So price point actually takes the sting off a little bit. It takes the sting off because it's not that expensive. It's not that having two robots in one box is not like I paid double for them. I paid about 150, 170%. So I got a little bit of a discount instead of getting two of them separately. Probably they saved some money on the box, on the packaging. But I don't know how I completely feel about them price versus the same color until I transform them, probably the same. I'd still probably feel the same. Shelf appeal, that's where it goes up a little bit it gets a little bit higher in terms of the rating, because initial look, yeah, they're the same mold, but this one has the flashing lights, this one doesn't. There's still some distinction. This one's nice, a nice color red, and this one's a nice color white with no yellowing, at all. Nice. So having them stand side by side, maybe with Sunstreaker here, would act as a neutralizer for how negative the feeling was. Like, hey, I got ripped off. I got two of the same. You know, it's like when you get a toy and somebody gives you a gift and it's the same toy. It's like, oh, I already got this. Eventually, you're gonna start seeing how different they are from each other and how cool it is to have all three, including Sunstreaker. So again, that feeling that I don't really need these two, fades quite fast. Especially now that I've opened them and I've seen them in person, and I probably would have more fun transforming them and having the other third figure right here. It's going to be pretty cool to see the different variations. As far as the paint job is concerned, the quality is concerned, I love it, especially how they did the clear plastic on the windshield of this one and the windows of this one versus the blue of this one, of Cordon. It's a nice touch. It really adds a little pop to the design instead of just being some plain grayed out plastic for this one or plain black plastic for the windshield of this one. The transparent blue and white creates a little bit of a break from the color scheme, so it's pretty cool. Now, as far as having them in your collection, it's I'm kind of not really. If you're a casual collector and you just want to collect the G1 stuff, yeah, you'd probably pass on this. If you're like me and your other diehard, hardcore, really just goes nuts about everything Transformers, you'd probably need it. So there's no real middle ground. Okay, there's no real middle ground. So, final assessment: is it cool or is it not cool? Is it totally cool? Cool, not cool, totally cool. I'd say it's cool. Not there, but not out of the collection basket, so to speak. I still love having these guys. Probably won't put them in the box anymore. They're more they're easier appreciated. They're easily appreciated out of the box. It's not like, say, an Optimus Prime that you could see through and you appreciate it through the box, through the window. This one, it has to be out of the box to be appreciated. So with that, I'd just like to ask every one of you to like this video, subscribe, smash that subscribe button, please subscribe so you can see more of our content. And don't forget to hit that bell button and get notified for future episodes that we will come out. Remember, we're coming out with Transformers every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. We're coming out with throwback stuff every Thursday and superhero or supervillain stuff every Saturday. So if you're into any of those, or if you're just into toys in general, watch all 3 episodes of the week. We're also thinking about coming out with a fan favorite Friday, but we're still yet to get some comments in the suggestion box. Put them there. Send us a message through Facebook or through TikTok, and we'll gladly look for the toy if we have them in our collection and feature them on a fan favorite Friday episode. So with that, we thank you for watching, and we always take pleasure in putting these reviews out for you because we get a chance to play with them. But most importantly, we get to share the joy of playing with these pieces of nostalgia from our past, from our childhood, with you, one toy at a time. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on our next episode. Remember, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye. More than meets the eye.